Hello, everybody. This is Paul Morley with the Comp and Benefits team. Thank you for coming to our Benefits Update webinar. There's a couple of presenters today that you're going to hear from. First of all, I'm going to address just a couple of things, and then Deborah Valentine will be joining us for a little bit, but the majority of this presentation will be run by Justin Seal from PEHP, who has graciously, I guess, accepted the invitation for us to be able to get the most up-to-date benefits information out there to field staff. Really quickly, I wanted to touch on a couple of legislative updates. And I know that there's a lot of unanswered questions out there, and I just wanted to give you the most current information that we know about in terms of the 1% general increase, as well as the Program 3 and the 401k match. The first thing that I want to talk about is that 1% general increase. We had to cancel a webinar last week, and the reason for that is that we're still awaiting some information from the governor's office. What we're still in need of is some clarification on when that effective date will be, and also which employee groups were budgeted for that 1% increase. You would think that it would be the same as last year, but that's not entirely the case. The effective date issue is based upon the fact that 9 days still in FY 2013, if we would have traditionally put the effective date of that 1% increase at pay period 13, which is what we've traditionally done. The reason that's significant is funding that the agencies have to come up with before July 1st actually begins, where they would receive their funding for the 1%. And so we're still trying to iron that out with the governor's office. And of course, we have this webinar scheduled for April 24th. That's a tentative schedule. We're hoping that we can resolve this by the end of this week, and that we will be able to give you the updated information on the 24th of April. So that being said, we just want to make sure that when talking to employees about the 1% increase, that we don't try to give them too many details before we actually know what's going to happen. And so I did want to get that out there just in case there's been communication on that, on what's going to happen with the effective date and the employee groups that will be affected. The second one is the 401k match and the Program 3 benefit. This was House Bill 194. Just a couple of points I wanted to make on that. This is effective January 4th, 2014. I think we're getting a lot of questions. Some people are confused that this is going to take effect at the beginning of the fiscal year, which is not correct. We do not know what the match will be yet. In the fall of 2013, we are working with URS to help us with a enrollment educational period for employees that are not entirely used to contributing into a 401k. And during that period, we're also going to be tracking and gathering information on employees that are actually going to participate in this, so that the governor's office will be better prepared to help us know what that match will be. In January, or before January, we'll also be doing some rule changes on the Program 3 sick leave benefit. It's anticipated that the Program 3 will be similar to your sick leave benefit now, except for the retirement benefit attached to it. It will have the same accrual. It will have no cap. It will be just used for sick leave purposes.